A lot of places will give you a degree, but the bottom line is, at a place like Wofford, you can truly get an education, and there is a difference.
Wofford exists to produce young men and women who will go out into the world and make a mark on the world for good.
But they liberate, shall we say, largely.
We care more about our students as individuals instead of just looking at them as people who need to have knowledge put into their heads and then check that off.
So we're stepping back a little bit from stuffing more content in to helping students actually be able to use that content in richer ways.
But that's the biggest one.
I jump up and down and dance in my classes, because it's very important for me to get this enthusiasm across to them.
And so that kind of opened up the world to me. I got challenged in the classroom, certainly got challenged on a football field, and that allowed me to kind of dream big.
One of the enduring qualities of Wofford is its commitment to get the best faculty and the best students to engage together in producing a liberal arts education that makes for a whole and better person, that ultimately contributes to the welfare of the community and, in our day and time, to the welfare of the world.
Found a college that will continue spreading, working, increasing and empowering goodness throughout the ages as they come. Reverend H.A.C. Walker, letter to Benjamin Wofford, 1851.
Wofford College, October 16th, 1858. My dear aunt, since my arrival, I have enjoyed myself finely. I am perfectly delighted with the faculty, students, and citizens in general. I suppose we have the ablest faculty in the South, or as able as any. We are doing very well as to the collegiate course, and find that it takes harder studying than we anticipated. Tolliver Simpson.
The student ought to be educated not simply or chiefly because he intends to become a farmer, lawyer, or statesman, but because he's a human being with inlets of joy, with possibilities of effort and action that no trade or calling can satisfy or exhaust. James H. Carlisle, Wofford College President, 1875 to 1902.
In choosing a college, I might ask myself such questions as these. Is the intellectual and moral atmosphere of the institution sound? Are its scholarly standards high and genuine? What about its faculty? Are there among them a few really great teachers, men and women with commanding and inspiring personalities? What sort of boys and girls attend this institution? I would try to find out if they are the serious kind who are seeking the best, and enough of them seeking it to give a stimulating tone to the whole institution. Henry Nelson Snyder, Wofford College President, 1902 to 1942.
Society was pretty rent over the issues of integration and social change, a little bit later coeducation. I don't want to lead anybody to think that there wasn't lots of animosity that was created, but it was always contained, and the college was able to maintain its sort of traditions of openness and a dedication to problem solving as opposed to beating its chest.
In terms of what's changed and what's stayed the same, what's most striking to me is the faculty is better than it's ever been, I think. It's larger than it's ever been. The college is able to do more because it has more resources than it's ever had. What stayed the same, though, is the general attitude toward learning, that faculty, students, administration are all in this together.
I love teaching my students. I love learning with them. I love co-teaching and learning from my colleagues while I'm learning with my students. I think there's a very exciting atmosphere of constant learning on this campus that's very stimulating.
In learning communities, for example, a science professor and a humanities professor teach together the same group of students, engaging particular questions both from the point of view of the sciences and from the point of view of the humanities, so that students learn not to be compartmentalized, but to be able to see wholes.
Hopefully as a liberal arts graduate, that they are going to be able to apply what they learned in their religion courses, their philosophy courses, their history courses, their English courses, to be a better scientist, but also a better citizen.
So if you're willing to put sweat equity into your project, there's a lot of encouragement to do things.
The novel experience.
Success initiative. Community of scholars.
Study abroad. Creative writing.
Learning communities.
Student research.
Service learning.
Wofford let us grow. They let us burst with energy and enthusiasm and get wonderful new labs and play with technology, and they supported us because we wanted to do it. And that's one of the great things about Wofford.
I would like to produce a student who's flexible, but has a solid core, not just of information, but of experience.
So they're going to be engaged. They're also going to have experiences outside of the classroom that I think solidify the Wofford experience.
We have created an atmosphere where without music majors, they are exposed to the finest in everything. We do that by making sure that everything we do here is really first class.
Since 2003, we've actually had a theater major. The productions are more elaborate, more ambitious, because we have the resources, thanks to the college's commitment to the program, to really do something that approaches professional level productions.
And I feel like at Wofford, sky's the limit.
It is a life-altering experience. It is what makes you the grown-up person that's going to face the world.
Henry Nelson Snyder, How to Choose a College, 1940. The real measure of a college is to be seen in the men and women upon whom it has placed its stamp. Of course, I am thinking not merely of the big names on its rolls, but also of men and women who, on the common highways of life, illustrate what their college has taught them. By always standing up to be counted on the side of the best things of life, do these people of the rank and file reflect honor upon the school that has nurtured them?